G Squad, what's happening with y'all? Baby Tall Guy in the flesh, man. You see the title, you see the thumbnail. Let's just get right to it, man. We're doing a 2019 Hellcat Redeye, and we got a special guy, G Squad subscriber too, at that. Mike, introduce yourself, man.
My name is Mike over here at LATJR.
Oh yeah, gotta have that.
Of course, we got the Redeye's, of course. So come on in, check us out. We got a lot in the inventory.
Cause you sell cars, right, brother?
Sell cars, you know what I'm saying? Whenever you need me.
Come on, absolutely.
We'll hook you up.
Give him your number.
Hey, my name is 323.
It's all right, brother. Go ahead. We ain't worried about being perfect.
347-9926. Hit me. I'll get you my business card. Whatever you need, let me know. We're gonna make it happen for you.
You know, man, your number floating up there, so that way they can give it the full. You know what I mean?
323-347-9926.
There you go. Instagram. You want to put any of that stuff out there?
I ain't got an Instagram, but hey, man.
What about y'all shop's Instagram?
Los Angeles Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, Los Angeles CDJR, Instagram. Come on, check us out. We need some followers, so let us know.
Absolutely. Go ahead and give them a follow, man. This is the 2019 Hellcat Redeye. So tell them a little something about this thing, man.
797 horsepower right here.
797. You hear the verbiage?
Body, you got 305s over here.
305s on all four corners, right?
6 pieces, all fours.
Come on, man. That thing look nasty. Look at the brake calipers, man. Yeah, I don't know about the orange on the red though, bro.
That Hemi orange right there.
Hey, good point. You got me, touche, brother, touche. That was nice. And of course you got that, yeah.
It's red, of course, but the red eye's in there.
It is definitely in that thing, man. And they got the wide body, which I'm thinking about putting on my Hellcat. And for the people who ain't watched every video on UAG Squad, it ain't too late. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Don't skip them ads, baby. But if you ain't in the loop, somebody crashed into my Hellcat when 2 days after being out here in LA, he seen that. Come on, it's insane, man. People cannot drive out in this joint, man. At least the one that hit me. Oh, big sink or swim in every category of life, you know what I mean? But you got the red, you got the satin black, of course, you got the snorkels up front. Now, one thing I'm gonna be honest about is, I made a video a long time ago and I said I didn't like the snorkels, but I had never seen one in person. And now that I'm here, it kind of grew on me. I'm like, you know what, that's actually pretty nice, and I like that. And one cool thing is too, they got the cutouts right here. They got the Hellcats on the inside there. They got another cutout right here. And they got the Hellcat here. They don't got the red eye in there, which I do wish it had, but still nice though. And they got the Hellcat red eyes on everything else in the inside, which I'll show you in a minute. But snorkels ain't bad. You know what I mean? You looking for the little angles, type cool, you know, little stuffy nose type joint, you know, need some Mucinex type, you know, but it's cool, you know. I like it, man. I like it a lot. I like the wide body. The wide body is what's getting me, and I told you I'm thinking about putting that wide body on my Hellcat. And I'm pretty certain, I'm thinking I might do it. I don't know, we're gonna see. But another thing is I like about this too is this spoiler right here. You see how it's like got a different design? The other one, like on my Challenger Hellcat, stands up vertically. And this one's kind of like more type swoop down, a little bit more drippity, right?
A little more drip.
Yeah, gotta have all the drip. Yeah, that's really nice, man. Got the nice pipes in the back, pause, you know what I mean? But real cool. Look at it. I mean, it look like type Daffy Duck mouth, don't it? Yeah, it got a little bit of little Daffy Duck mouth on there. You know, it got the camera in the back and all that good stuff, but thing is actually nice. Got the sunroof, satin black on the top, satin in the front, satin in the back to match the spoiler. I like it a lot, man. You got that red eye right there where that goes a long way. And I really like the rims. The rims are real fly too. And you know, you got that full Daffy Duck joint in the front. And one thing I wish I would never did with my Hellcat was take that guard off there, because I've actually scraped it a lot on this corner and on that corner over there, just going up and down steep little joints. But actually, all in all, pretty nice car, man. So let's go on the interior and talk about that. When you first open this joint up, that's what you're gonna see. Full white G interior with the black on that joint. You got the red seats with the SRT embroidery on there. You got the back seats. You know, if you haven't watched my past video when I got in the back of my Challenger and did like a review back there, then you wouldn't know. But if you're curious to know about the back seat, which I'm not gonna get back to now, type in Tall Guy on the search engine, backseat review Challenger, it'll pop right up in my Hellcat. You got the black center console with the red drippity here, red on the door, red on there. Let's hop on the inside and show you that.
Man, this is the car to get right here, man. You want some horsepower, you want to kill somebody, you want to go crazy, it's the one right here.
This is definitely the one with 220 on the dash. That's a big thing I gotta touch on real quick, man. Look at that. My Hellcat has 200 on the dash, this has 220 on the dash. Champ. Let me start it up for y'all, man. All right, so let's run this back, man. We're gonna restart it because I thought this was pretty cool. And I told Mike, just watch this when it starts up. Come on, man, you got that red eye that pop up. Of course, you're gonna have the whole 220 red light up like a goddamn Christmas tree. You got the regular, you know, infotainment, Uconnect, but this, I'm pretty sure it says Apple CarPlay,
Android
all that stuff.
8.4 screen, performance pages, SRT.
Okay, Mike, break them down then, brother.
Oh, come on, let's do
yeah, hit that SRT joint. That's the good shit. 797 on that thing. Sheesh.
So you know it's real.
Oh yeah, you can see it right there, jump up. Oh yeah, come on, man. Top level, man. What else is in here that's type newer than the other Hellcats, brother?
Pretty much the same stuff. Not that much difference, of course, but the performance service is really what they pretty much did an extensive look on. Launch mode, if you want to launch, you know, take it to the track. Got that drag pack, so it's ready for everything. Whenever you want to do anything crazy, take it to Irwindale, something like that, and go crazy.
93,000, god damn, bro. 58 starting. So what made it that expensive then? What did you add up on here?
Well, that would be just the regular Hellcat, but when you put the Redeye package on there, that's enough. You got the Harman Kardon sound system, 19 speakers.
Oh, come on. Harman Kardon sound system, man. I love that speaker. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I got it in my Hellcat, got it in my apartment, brother. I ain't playing. I love Harman Kardon. That's right. But yeah, this joint's actually nasty.
Package that I bring it up about 6K.
Ooh, that's worth every penny. That's 6K though. I ain't gonna hold you, brother. That's
automatic transmission, of course. That kind of makes a little bit of a difference too.
Of course. But 93,000 though. God damn, Jam. I appreciate you, brother.
Good luck.
All right, y'all. Holding off in that 2019 Hellcat Redeye, baby. Without further ado, let's get to it. And of course, I gotta make sure I'm up in that Ford 797. I want to be in full track mode though, right off the bat. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna relax because I'm gonna do the regular mode first. I'm gonna do, you know, the track sport, all that stuff, so I get y'all full understanding. Let's do 500 first, and let's see how that feels. I'm assuming that's 500 in this joint. So let's see how this goes. You know, you gotta watch out for these people out here in LA, boy. It crashed into my Hellcat. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a blessing in disguise, though. Actually, I believe and I know it is because, you know, God makes everything happen for a reason. So let's see what the 500 do. And this is a new car, so. I ain't gonna lie, I'm all green, y'all. Let me tell y'all something, man. The reason why I'm so happy and excited and talking so fast and doing all this stuff with this car right here is because I really rushed through because I just want to drive it, you know. And sitting in here, what it does is it refreshes my memory on how it was when I first bought my Hellcat and like the leap of faith that I took to get my Hellcat. As far as like the money, like, man, listen here, man. I was making like maybe a few $1,000s if I was lucky when I bought my Hellcat. I'm just gonna keep it all the way real with y'all. I'd be lucky to make a $2,000 check when I first started my YouTube, you know, from my job at 43 Hoops. And it was just because in the fall and the winter, you know, you ain't got that many people coming in and getting training for basketball and stuff like that. If you want to, go back and watch my old videos and catch up in the loop and what I was talking about and where I used to work. But yeah, and I took out a big leap of faith and I took out a loan. Obviously got a $70,000 Hellcat, brand new, leased it. Ain't nothing wrong with leasing or financing. Either way it goes, you win in life and blessed in life to either be able to do either one of them. And long story short, at the end of my lease though, I'm buying my Hellcat outright cash, so it don't even matter all the modifications, all the stuff I've done in my Hellcat, don't matter. But anyway, man, yeah, I'd be lucky to be making $2,000 a month in the fall and the winter, and I took out a loan on a $70,000 car with a $691 a month payment. And my car insurance when I first got my Hellcat was $258. And so you gotta understand, I was paying about $1,000 a month for a car, and I just told y'all about around, give or take, what I was making a month. And I took out a big leap of faith, and the reason why is because if you watch my life story, I said like there were so many things going wrong in my life at that time that I had to force my hand and bogart, you know, something to go right in my life that I actually wanted. And I knew that if I took this monumental leap of faith and I got this, like, you know, it was either going to be one or two things that happen. You either or sink or swim, you know. It's either you get repoed or it don't, you know. And I knew that my work ethic, you know, was going to match, you know, my ambition and my leap of faith to get the car. So long story short, obviously I did it, and look what came from it, you know. So when in a nutshell, people, man, follow your dreams, follow your heart, follow your gut, man, and believe in yourself first and foremost more than anything. I know this is a car review, but I just have to tell y'all that because them are the thoughts that are on my head initially, sitting in this car, smelling that new car smell. That's that I did that smell, that I believed in myself, so life is good smell now, you know what I mean? That's what that is. And you got the full red interior and all that, man. Come on, man. You got the red on the door panels. This is full top of the movement Hellcat, man, and it's bringing back all those memories for me, man. And when I remember when I first got my Hellcat, man, just driving it home, the feeling that I felt when I was in that thing, like just the power that you would feel on that pedal when you hit the floor, you know, and when you put it to the floor. And it was just, man, it's coming all back to me right now. And don't get me wrong, I can never take it for granted, the life that I'm living and all the supporters that I have in y'all G Squad, and I greatly appreciate y'all, you know. But man, I've come a long way in life, man, and before YouTube all the way to YouTube, and it's just like, man, it's just such a blessing to be here and to be able to, you know, just come into a dealership now and be able to do a review on the 2019 Hellcat Redeye, you know what I mean? Like, I would have been just happy to sit in one, see one, you know, hear one, you know, before I would lose my mind just seeing a Hellcat, like, oh my God, and just dreaming to death to just have one day. And then now I just get to go to the dealership and just review it and say, hey man, let me get that car right there. I'm gonna take that, be back in about an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big deal, man. So I'm very fortunate and blessed to be in the position I am in life, man. And if y'all are watching this video at home and the feelings and all the stuff that I'm telling y'all, these are the feelings that y'all have about this car, it's 1,000,000% worth it. And you know, if your ambition can match your leap of faith and what you're trying to do in life, then I say go for it, man. Even if you're not making the most money in the world, because like I told y'all, I'd be lucky to make a couple grand, you know, in the fall and the winter. In the summertime, I'd probably, you know, I'd be making full $5,000 sometimes, you know, a month. But you know, it wasn't that hard to, excuse me, in the summer to sustain and maintain, you know. But in the winter, like, I knew my pressure was gonna be on my neck. But I'm the kind of person that when that pressure's on my neck, that's when I operate at my best. You know what I mean? If you're not that person, I wouldn't recommend you ever doing that, you know, because financially, it just doesn't make sense. Financially, it's stupid. You know, all the people, like even my financial advisor now, Pete, everybody who were like pretty much was in my inner circle told me do not do it. And I had to follow my gut. Everybody whose opinion I really value told me, do not do it. You're a madman. You're crazy. You should not do that. You're not making enough money. You can't afford it. But I did it. And now look what came from it. If I never took that leap of faith, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to y'all driving around in 2019 Hellcat Redeye. It's just a fact, man. So, you know, if you believe in yourself, man, and you can match that, you know, your ambition can match your work ethic and what it's going to take to be able to sustain and maintain this car over a long period of time, because that's always the end goal, right? Is the longevity. Like my dog Nipsey also said, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, man. You know, that's what life should always be for you. So now I'm out here doing it, man, and I'm living by it every single day. I took these leaps of faith, and I'm still out here taking these leaps of faith every day, and this is what it's always going to be, man. You know, if you want to keep leveling up in life, you got to put yourselves in positions to be uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying, to level up. And leveling up will never just be an easy thing to do. It's always going to be challenging. It's always going to be risky. You know, it's just about taking a calculated risk and making sure your work ethic matches your ambitions, you know what I mean, and your belief as well. That all has to coincide with each other. You can't have one without the other and think you're going to level up and go somewhere in life, man. But enough of that rant. I have to talk about this car because this is a car review. I've been driving the eco mode. Let me put it in track mode, full 97. Let me put the traction control back on, no type. You know, I don't want to spit out. You know what I mean? I don't want no Hellkeezy Part 2, you know what I mean, with a dealership car. And shout out to my guys there, man. All their info will be in the description below. They're actually not too far from where I'm staying at right now. So make sure y'all go click that description. Make sure you call my guy. Make sure you come up there. You want to buy a Hellcat, you want to buy a Ram. They have all the Mopar up there that you can need. And if I'm not mistaken, they're one of the top people here in LA. You know what I mean? I live in LA, used to live in Minnesota, born and raised. Hardly home, but always repping. They ain't never gonna change, man. But make sure you holler at them. They definitely gonna get it done for you. But this car is a complete monster, and now we're about to find out just how much. I'm not gonna go full gusto and full top of the move because it's a brand new car, and I don't want to go that crazy in it. You know, even though I would love to, I'm just not going to. So let's see, man. Once this light go green, we're gonna give it a little bit. We're not gonna put it all the way to the floor, you know. But one thing I can say, you know, I've done enough Hellcat reviews. I've done Charger Hellcat reviews. I've done, you know, the Challenger Hellcat reviews. Obviously, here we go right here. Let's see. One thing I can say is they're super comfortable all the time. You got a little underbelly. Oh, that thing sounds good. It's a Hellcat, man. So you gotta know right from the factory, these things gonna give you everything you want and a whole lot more. They're fast, good straight line speed, good turning speed. If you ask me, got 305s on all four corners. Let's see how I go through this corner. Yeah, I think. Come on, man. This thing is buck nasty. Come on, man. You see it? Sideways get out a little bit, you know what I mean? But fun car, man. It's a Hellcat, so you got to know what you get when you get a Hellcat. You know, 797, the stock Hellcats, 2015, 2016, 2017, or whatever, they all came 707 horsepower. So this comes with 797 stock from the factory. I mean, so how can you really complain about that? It's gonna be even more fun. That's probably the only pull I'm gonna give y'all throughout this whole video, just because, like I said, it's a brand new car and I don't want to go full gusto. And this is actually a custom order, man. So as you can see, it's got the red interior, has the red outside and all that. So here we go, Lord. I gave one more pull. I lied, I'm sorry, but damn, that thing sounds good. One thing I really gotta say about the Hellcats, man, where they really smoked the game at, is when Camaro and Mustang, I don't know how well y'all can see me, but when Camaro and Mustang were going for their looks, they went for a more sporty car-to-car look. You know, the Hellcats, the Challengers especially, the outside of it looks so menacing. Now that they add that wide body to it, and the fact that it got some snorkels in the front, how you just move over to the side and you see the wide body, you see just the whole exterior look of the car. It just, man, it looks amazing. It has the satin black on the top, satin black on the hood, satin black on the trunk, you know what I mean? It goes a long way, man. The Challengers really don't get credit. Hellcats, Chargers, whatever, I don't think they all get credit for how good these things are at turning. Like, to your real car enthusiast people in the world, of course it's not going to turn like a Camaro ZL1 or a Corvette ZR1 or anything like that, but they actually turn pretty good for your everyday people. Like, I've hugged corners and roundabouts and freeway ramps going, I ain't gonna say what speeds, but I've turned them doing pretty good amount of speed, and they hold their ground pretty easily. And that's what my Hellcat, with no wide body, 275s on all four corners. So once you get into this one, you get the 305s on all four corners, and I mean, come on, I can only imagine it being only better. Just the way this thing looks on the outside, man, from the headlights to the hood to even this paint on this one in particular, you know, is really nice. The wide body flares actually go a long way. I really like the spoiler on the back. That's a really nice touch, and I like that spoiler a whole hell of a lot more than my spoiler. Not that I hate my spoiler, but this spoiler on this one is actually much better. I like the, you know, the whole Daffy Duck mouth about it, you know. I mean, but other than that, I mean, it's pretty much, it's a Challenger, you know. And that's the cool thing about Challengers too, is they haven't just did a whole revamp of the design. And that's one thing I don't like about Camaros and Mustangs sometimes, is you get the one that come out in 2019, but in 2020 or 2021, they didn't revamp the whole car and change the whole car. So now they force you to get the newest one, because the one that you have now looks like it's 10 years old and it's only 2 years old. So that's one thing I always love about the Challengers, man, is how true to form it always stays. And it's just a beast in the straight line speed, going around corners or any of that, man. I can't complain. I love my Hellcat. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Obviously, I've done a lot of car reviews, right? And don't get me wrong, I've driven some cars cost $500,000 more. I've drove cars that cost $2-3 million, right? Shout out to my guy Eric. But you know what I mean? Like, I've done a lot of car reviews, and it's safe to say there's not one car that I've driven that comes stock from the factory that gets my heart blood and pumping like how this thing does, like how the Hellcats do. Like, there's just nothing like them, man. Like, I love the way they feel. Like, I've driven cars $400,000 or $500,000 and they don't get me as excited as a Hellcat does, you know. Like, that's crazy. And so that's how you know they really did it right on the performance end, because even that $400,000 or $500,000 car that I'm talking about, like, you feel special. You know, you're driving a $400,000 or $500,000 car and they go fast, they look good, luxurious and all that stuff, but it ain't, when you put that pedal to the floor, there's no feeling like a Hellcat, man. So that's just how I'm gonna summarize my thought with this, man. I love this car. I think it's a beast. I think you can't go wrong. Even though this was $94,000, if you were to ask me would I buy it, I mean, I have to say yeah, because you're talking to a person. I bought a Jeep Trackhawk, and that's about $106,000, and it was worth every penny. You know, yeah, I sold it after 4 or 5 months, you know, because I bought it just purely for content. I said that when I bought it, that's what I was gonna buy it for. You know, it was worth it though. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, I see somebody in a Trackhawk, I still get excited. They never go Trackhawk, like as if I never owned one. So you're talking to a person, you know, who did that. So obviously, I would buy a Hellcat Redeye with the wide body and all that 100% for $94,000, because I think it's worth it, you know. But you know, obviously, if you got to worry about a family and all that stuff, you know, I like the backseat in here. I've sat back there. I'll put the link in the description below of when I did a backseat review in the Challenger. So I think this is a pretty good family car. I've had a family, and you know what I mean. I've been in the backseat, had a lot of people here, did road trips. I've had people in the backseat, 2 people in the backseat, 1 in the front, and a dog drive around all around the country 3-4 times, you know what I mean? Literally put 3,000 miles straight on my car. So to me, I think it's practical. I mean, I'm sorry, but to a lot of people, they might beg to differ or whatever. But you know, you gotta know too, like the Chargers and the Challenger, they're built on the same chassis or whatever. So I mean, it's just got 4 doors. This one got 2 doors, if you ask me. And I don't think the Chargers are super roomy in the back either. It's just got a door that makes it feel like something, you know. But I'm just a coupe guy, so that's just how I feel, man. So I'm always gonna go with the Challenger, and I feel like, honestly, the Challenger feels more aggressive driving. That my brother, the life of Jeremy Barrett, go subscribe to his channel. He has a Charger Hellcat, and even he said it. Like, when you drive a Challenger Hellcat, you drive a Charger Hellcat. Driving the Challenger Hellcat, it feels more aggressive. You know, like, I don't know, it just feels more beefy. Even though they both have 707 horsepower, you know, the Charger's a little bit tamed down in comparison to the Challenger as far as how aggressive the driving or the suspension or whatever it is that they changed. a Charger Hellcat just don't feel as aggressive as a Challenger Hellcat, in my opinion, and my brother who has a Charger Hellcat's opinion as well. Let me talk about this too. The interior in here, don't even, come on, man. And the fact that it got full red interior, they ain't got no Alcantara or nothing, it's just full red leather interior, all on the seats. They're super comfortable, super plush, and they got that new car smell, which always makes a big time difference, you know. And it's just, it's nice. And then the fact that you got the red on the door panels too, come on, man, with the red, with the black, how it's contrasting, how it's sitting there popping, I mean, that's legendary. And even in the back seat, full red leather, you know what I mean? Like, you can't go wrong with it at all. So, hey, man, if you want this car, I would recommend buying it. If you got the money and you feel like you can sustain and maintain it over a long period of time, I'd say it's worth it 100%, you know. But if you're a person who don't work hard, you don't believe in yourself, and, you know, you don't like taking leaps of faith, and you're a non-risk taker and all that, cool. Sit in the car that you continue to guide and continue to just sit there and just be a dreamer and not a doer, man. But I'm a doer, you know what I mean? And I believe in myself, and I'm always striving for greatness every day, and I'm always pushing myself to be the best version of me that I can potentially be. So, you know, if you're not that guy, hey, I wouldn't recommend you doing it. Or if you're not that woman, I wouldn't recommend you doing it. One other thing I do have to touch on now that I'm sitting there looking at it is how this hood looks when you're looking out on the road. Like, it looks like kind of like an ass cheek with a butt crack in the middle, in a good way though. It's not like, you know, like how the Camaros look on the speedometer. Like, this is actually a good one, and I'm not just being biased and saying that because everybody knows I love the Camaros L1, but this hood, the way it looks, is just, it's really nice. I like it a lot, you know. And even in the front, it looks really good too. Just looking at the snorkel, I just pops up. At first I didn't like it on pictures when they first released the pictures of it, you know, but actually being in person now I can see why they did it, and to change it up, you know. They could have just put the regular, you know, factory Hellcat hood on here, you know, but they wanted to switch it up and do something a little bit more game changing. I feel like this is succeeded in doing that. I don't know if y'all like it or not, but I love it, and I think it's definitely worth it. And we got a person right here who can't drive. These people out here in LA are crazy as hell sometimes, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not speaking for everybody, but for a lot of these people, boy, they cannot drive, man. So I know a lot of people with nice cars out here be very cautious of it, because now I am too. Another thing that I really like is the fact that it has that 220 miles per hour on the dash. That's one thing that I've talked a lot in this video, but that's one thing that I have not touched on enough and emphasized on enough, because that 220 on the dash goes a really long way. Like, I mean, my Hellcat has 200 on the dash, and I feel so crazy top of the move every single day I'm driving it. You know, at least, you know, when it gets fixed again, I feel whatever. But anyway, let's move past that. 220 though, that's a big deal, man. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, like, I feel extra special. I feel special in mine, but I feel extra special because you know what kind of car, what top level kind of car you gotta have in order to have 220 on the dash. I mean, let's be real here, man. Of course, you got the digital display in the middle. You know, you got your screen, your 8.4, 8.2, whatever it is. But it's just a real nice car, man. And like I said, man, I've done enough Hellcat reviews where I've went more in detail about all the stuff that I'm talking about, you know. But this is just one where I just wanted to do because y'all been requesting for a long time. And honestly, I've been wanting to drive it too, just because I feel like it's an iconic, legendary car. You know, they really killed the game when they came out with the Hellcats. Like, they're a big time game changer. They made everybody else step their game up big time, no question about it. I'd really hate to see what that red interior look like when I pull that sunroof back. Ooh wee, man. But let's go ahead and shut that, man, because this video is over. It's done. I'm about to pull back into the dealership, man. I'm handing them the keys back. I really miss driving my Hellcat. Had it back for 2 days. Come on, man. Damn, if you ever watched that video, go back and watch the video. Somebody crashed my Hellcat. Y'all know the story, man. Just go watch the video, man. But your boy Tall Guy, I'm out of here, man. Stay tuned for all the legendary content I got coming your way. More car reviews. Comment below. Let me know what other cars y'all want to see. What other cars you want me to review, you know. And on top of that, stay tuned for all the legendary content I got coming with my own Hellcat. Wide bodies, and man, I got a lot planned, man. So make sure y'all stay tuned. New wraps. Hey, man, we don't know for sure, but I'm just maybe. Just stay tuned, all right? Tall Guy, subscribe, hit that bell. I'll see you on the next video, baby. I'm gone.